RAMMYs.
Again. So,
Introduce who's in the studio.
well, we've got, come on, we've got Santosh and we've got Tom. I already introduced him, but I guess the first thing, before we talk about the RAMMYs or your restaurants or anything, both Nikki and I are very friendly with the people at l'Académie de Cuisine. And, there's a lot of focus on the sort of the culinary side of that school. And yet they also turn out some amazing pastry chefs and bakers. And the more and more that I sort of learn about the life of a pastry chef, it's like being consigned to hard labor for your whole life, isn't it? I mean, talk about that a little. What it's like, you guys get to work at, God knows what, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning-ish?
Not that bad. Not anymore, right?
I mean, bakers
are bakers.
Bakers do. I know they get there early and all that. But, I mean, you work incredible hours.
I mean, you're the last one to leave, that's for sure.
Yeah, so what's your typical day like?
I would say 12 to 14 hours.
Yeah. Both of you?
Yeah.
Well, but both of you have very different pastry programs. I mean, Tom, what are you overseeing at this point? Are you overseeing all three restaurants?
Yeah. Philomar and Casaluca.
Casaluca. So have you developed the dessert programs for all three? Mm-hmm. And then where are you, you clearly can't execute all of them, so how are you doing that?
I kind of travel around to each one, wherever I'm needed the most, basically. So lately I'm spending a lot of time at Philomar because it's new.
Right.
And we're very busy, thankfully.
Just a little busy.
And then I'll spend, a couple of days at Fiola, a couple of days at Casaluca, a couple of days at Philomar. It's pretty much how.
And Santosh, I mean, cocosala is a rock and roll place. That place vibrates from the minute they open the front door. So I guess my question for you is, you're back there, you're creating stuff. How often do you have to essentially inject something new into the pastry menu to keep things hopping?
We've been open since 6 years now, and it's becoming more and more challenging to take out something which is on the menu.
Because people sort of fall in love with it.
Exactly. Yeah. So hey, where is my dessert? So I try to keep it kind of innovative and try to introduce one at a time. So normally, in the summertime, I introduce some fresh summer dessert, fruit related. I mean, obviously, I need to use chocolate in everything, so that's the thing.
Yeah.
There's a focus, so that's one of the main thing going on.
Well, nobody's going to complain about that.
Well, actually, why don't you, since we're talking chocolate,
and we're looking at some beautiful desserts.
Why don't you tell us what you brought today?
Okay, I got two of our signature desserts here. One is the chocolate onyx. Again, I think we will shut down if we don't have chocolate onyx. That's how it is today. So that's I'm using a 64% dark chocolate from Madagascar. It's called Manjari from Valrhona. And this is very interesting. We have a layer of chocolate brownie, very thin layer of chocolate brownie in the bottom. We have a vanilla bean creme brulee in the center, and the salted caramel on top.
So super easy. This does not sound like a lot of work at all.
We have a surprise for you. We brought in a world-renowned chocolate expert. Excuse me, Tessa Nellis. Tessa, how is that?
Good.
There you go.
Good, question mark. Good.
So I got a question for you guys. In baseball...
Wait. Can Tom tell us what
you
brought,
sorry.
please, before it melts all over the place? It's so delicious.
This is something we have on the menu right now. It's a strawberry tart. It's got tomato jam.
I was going to say it's savory.
Yeah. It's got thyme blossoms, strawberry sorbet. It's a piece of cake soaked in limoncello. And that's about it.
It's really refreshing. It's nice.
It's so light and terrific. Well, since you both are doing such different things in your kitchen, how do you feel like something like the RAMMYs applies to what you're doing? How do you, I mean, congratulations, of course, on both being nominated, but what does it mean to each of you?
I mean, everyone deserves recognition, and we have been open since 6 years, and I always look forward to the RAMMYs, and we have 2 awards already from RAMMYs, and this is a great thing for me, and this is an honor to be nominated, and we also like to get the recognition for all the creative things we do at cocosala, and and also we get hundreds of people every day come and go, and all the feedback we get, the smile on their faces, that makes me really feel happy to be nominated.
Yeah, it's good. For me, it's a good benchmark to like figure out where you are, if your food's still good, relevant, things like that. This is my 4th nomination, I think.
Wow.
So
are you looking to be the new Susan Lucci?
that's what my wife calls me.
Well, you're kind of hot.
You're a little taller than she is.
Yeah, my wife calls me Susan Lucci in pastry.
But let me ask this question, because like in baseball, the MVP is the one that puts up, the best numbers and has the best season. And that's on a level playing field, literally and figuratively, because they're all doing the same thing. With different dessert menus and different restaurant profiles, how fair is it to judge you guys and put you up against, there are 3 other nominees who have different styles, and it's different strokes for different folks. So how can they judge?
It's all pretty subjective, I think just being nominated is nice because really, there's a lot of games involved and different politics involved and things like that. So just winning, being nominated is nice. Winning is nice, of course. But I think it just shows that everybody who's nominated is just doing a really good job at what they do, and that they should all be proud of the work they do on a daily basis.
Absolutely.
Well, and so let me just ask you, Tom, since you are doing 3 restaurants right now, how do you, as a pastry chef, make each of those unique? I mean, Santosh talked about how you, with a 6-year-old restaurant, what you have to do to keep it, you have to change a little bit, but you can't change it too much because people have their favorites. But with the different concepts, how do you make desserts that fit each?
Well, each concept is different, which makes it a little easier. So, Fiola is a little more like refined country Italian, and then Fiola Mare, of course, is seafood. So, like Fiola Mare, when we went into opening it, we just decided to focus on coastal regions of Italy and Spain, and I try to hit certain notes that each area had. Like I would research restaurants there. Every restaurant had lemon tart. Every restaurant had babas, stuff like that.
Is it challenging to make those while including seafood in the dessert, Tom? That's not the idea?
Such a jerk.
Crab ice cream I've made before.
You gave me that look. What an idea.
And then, Casa Luca is a trattoria, so it's things that are just really comforting. So each one has its own challenges, but also having 3 different places makes it so you get to step back a little bit from the other places and see things new.
Gosh, it is.
Well, we want to thank you both for coming in this morning and bringing in these wonderful desserts, and congratulations for being nominated. No matter how many times you're nominated, it is, I think, important to know that people respect and appreciate your work and that you're being applauded for it. So congratulations to both of you, and we'll see you in 2 weeks at the RAMMYs.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you. Cheers. Exactly.
All right, so let's go back to Nikolai for a second there. What do you do? You're making a lot of noise
He's
with
over
that
there.
ice.
Yes, you are.
I mean, it better be good. That's all I can say.
Part of the gig. This is one of my own creations, actually. I wanted to come up with something original and something kind of contemporary. So I sort of updated the classic cobbler, which is classically combines a spirit with some sherry, muddled fruit. My version I call it Creole cobbler. I use a Guadalupan rum, or rum from Guadeloupe called Rum Demoiselle. Again, it's an agricole, not in the AOC Martinique, of course, it's a separate island, but it is part of France as well, in the Caribbean. And